All right, so welcome back. Hope you're having a fabulous day here today. I know I've been uploading actually on Black Clover Mobile because there's actually news. Wow, dude, that's crazy. This is the most I've uploaded on this game because they just choose not to do anything. It's like TSH. I'm just kidding. But with it, we're jumping into this here today, right? So we have an article that was basically quoted from yesterday where we had the news that they are planning to launch in April. That's what we got. And in this article, I wanted to share it with you. I was able to get my hands on the official thing so that I can give you more of an idea of what they're planning, okay? So with this, again, I want you to know what we said yesterday with Global is most likely the case. It's most likely not going to be right away. But this article was not some basis to make that claim due to the fact that the wording is very awkward in how they're not saying anything different. Let me show it to you here today and you'll see it, which could leave it open to Global actually releasing either right away or maybe just a week or two away. Could be the case. Could be they're just wanting to self-test it real quick, give it a week or two, see what happens, and then globally drop it. Again, anything could change. Tomorrow we could get the global registration. Everything could be okay, but we have to await that. And again, it's just I hope that they do it properly because I think that a simultaneous launch is the best idea for the game. But who am I? Right? I'm not the dev or anybody special, right? Let's jump into it. So we have this Pearl Abyss short-term anticipation, whatever that is. Black Clover is imminent. That's what we got here. A super simple little title. And this is the article. So, Pearl Abyss, which continues to take a breather with the development of the blockbuster Red Desert, begins to boost short-term momentum. It's hard to see it as a masterpiece, but thanks to the release of Black Clover, which can expect a big improvement in terms of performance. Is this translated poorly? Oh, so keep in mind the translation is very poor on this, so keep that in consideration. But thanks to the release of Black Clover, which can expect a big improvement in terms of performance. According to so they're trying to say here, Pearl Abyss did not do so well with this. It begins to boost short-term momentum. It's hard to see it as a masterpiece, but this will be a masterpiece in terms of performance or something like that, right? According to the game industry of the 8th big game studio, the company is called Big Game Studio, okay? It's not like they're talking about a big game. No, the company is literally called Big Game Studio, and it is under Pearl Abyss. It's expected to release a new Black Clover in the first half of this year. It has already started recruiting reservations from the last 2 days. The game is an anime-style collectible RPG that is currently popular in the mobile market and is scheduled to be released globally after simultaneous release in KR and Japan in April. Okay, so read it again. It is scheduled to be released globally after the simultaneous release in Korea and Japan in April. Again, all it says is global is released after. Doesn't say anything else. Doesn't specify anything. The information that was given is super poor in the fact that it's not saying exactly global is like super delayed. It's after, right? So we will see what happens. Remember, if it was the fact that global is heavily delayed, why the hell is Garena like tag teaming the marketing and just copying everything JP does? You got to keep that in consideration too, to where they're not like behind on some social media posts. Like if you think about it, like they would be like 10 steps back, but they're on par in some sort of format to what their marketing is when it comes to tweets. Like, they like, I think KR tweeted it or put it on Facebook. Oh, is this tall, this weight, and this age, and whatever. And then Garena tweeted it yesterday. On the same day they tweeted it, right? So I think that they are going to release it at the same time still. But it could be where they don't. We don't exactly know. But I'm going to just cope and say that I think it's around the same time. And even if it is a little behind, I'd say 2 weeks to a month, nothing more. People are saying like third quarter. I don't know. Personally, I don't see it, but it could be. It could be. All information is currently up in the air. But it does clearly say, and I'll read it again slowly, and is scheduled to be released globally after simultaneous release in Korea and Japan in April. Okay? So it confirms that in April, they're looking for a simultaneous release of Korea and Japan, but it could be after. It could be a week after. It could be a day after. Who knows? Who exactly knows? Maybe they're just going like day one there, and then right after 24 hours, boom. Doesn't really specify. So that's there. Again, we don't know, but that's just my take on the English and the wording here. It is predicted that Big Game Studio would directly publish in Korea and Japan and leave global publishing to global publisher Garena for other countries. Pearl Abyss owns 38% of Big Game Studio. Again, Garena is our publisher. We knew that, basic information, but yes, they will handle their game in their way, in their area or territories, and Garena will handle it in their way, in their territories. Simple stuff, right? But this name, I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm super sorry. But Kim, researcher in Shinyang Security, said since Black Clover has a high chance of success, it is judged that short-term expectations for Pearl Abyss will increase. In fact, the Seven Deadly Sins is a game that has been a box office hit, ranking first in sales in the Japanese App Store and recording 1.5 billion won in daily sales alone. Damn. Oh, Grand Cross popping off. Let's go. In particular, in the case of Black Clover, it is evaluated that it has considerable recognition in the Western world based on the animation IP that was aired up to the 4th season. Researcher Kim said Black Clover has been selected as the best animation of 2020 on the animation streaming platform Crunchyroll, and in June, the theatrical version of Black Clover: Sword of Magic will be released worldwide exclusively on Netflix. In line with this, short-term expectations will expand, he emphasized. So basically, we know this. This is like super simple information. Yes, I know you love Grand Cross, and I know you either came from Grand Cross or my other channel, but Grand Cross is a big game, but it's not a big IP. Seven Deadly Sins is not a big IP in comparison to what Black Clover is. Black Clover is just known. It is insane how different the game is. For example, and this is a statement that I still think is very true, if Seven Deadly Sins was with a different IP, so like Grand Cross, right, was with a different IP, like let's say it was let's say it's One Piece Grand Cross. Let's say that was the game, all right? If that was the case, you would see how much bigger the game would have been. If it was like Dragon Ball Grand Cross, you'd see how much bigger the game would have been in comparison to Seven Deadly Sins. Now, not saying that it's a bad game or anything, I'm just saying the IP is more famously known. Black Clover, simple. Slime looked at it, so the IP is very well known, and in Japan it is very popular. That's why it was so kind of like when it launched, it was massive, right? It was insane, but that's how it worked for both of those games. So do keep that in mind. Pearl Abyss is expected to raise expectations for its release by releasing as in-game play video, of the Red Desert in May this year. This is the other game they're working on. So Pearl Abyss is working on another game. It's called Red Desert. We really don't care for it, but it is a decent game. Crimson Desert, which is being developed based on Pearl Abyss' own engine, is a masterpiece that is considered the most promising in the global console market. The game industry expects it to become a global hit title that connects PUBG. I don't even know it was that much, but another official from the stock market also said it is positive that it is effectively leading the life cycle of existing works, and that AI technology is crafted onto the Black Space engine to achieve developer automation such as atmospheric processing and mass composition. This is about Red Desert. We don't care about that. All right. I was like, what the hell is this? But yeah, it's Red Desert. So basically, that is what we got here. That is everything for Pearl Abyss. And Pearl Abyss is the ones, Vic Game Studio, whatever, handling the current Black Clover Mobile that we know, right? That's how it's going. So again, you see it right there in April. But the way it's worded, I don't know how far global actually is going to be. So if you are getting like, oh, the game is dead on arrival because of this, just wait and see. I'm not going to say that it's going to be on the day because I do think that they're going to copy everything from Grand Cross and it makes perfect sense. But still, don't like jump ahead saying, oh, it's not releasing, screw this game, dead game, garbage game, right? Just stay with it, like give it a little bit of time and we'll see what exactly happens. So there is that to keep in mind, but overall the JP marketing has been pretty insane, as I've been showing in my last videos. They've been popping off with all of that. So the game is really close for Japan and Korea, so that information is correct and true. So with it, that's all I've got for you. Yeah, just this little article giving us the idea of what's happening and how everything's been going. So pretty damn good. I'll catch you in the next one. How much stay safe, peace and enjoy. That has been it for me. Again, just want to talk about this on the global version, the JB version, and KR version. Looks like it is releasing in April, so I will see you then. Hopefully the game does drop with some really good hype. I'm really excited for it. I genuinely am. I wonder how they're gonna do. I really wonder. Peace out. That's been it for me.